Hi there. Let's talk about the things we use in the kitchen. And when do we use them? What is this? A fork. This is a fork. When do we use a fork? For eating. When you eat pasta. What is this? This is a spoon. A spoon. When do you use a spoon? When you eat soup. For eating. What is this? This is a knife. A knife. When do you use a knife? For cutting food. For cutting. What are these? These are chopsticks. When do you use chopsticks? When you eat noodles. For eating. What is this? This is a plate. When do we use a plate? For eating food. For eating food. What is this? This is a bowl. Bowl. When do we use a bowl? For eating soup. For eating. What is this? This is a mug. A mug. When do we use a mug? For drinking coffee and hot cocoa. For drinking. What is this? This is a glass. A glass. When do we use a glass? For drinking juice and water. For drinking. What is this? This is a pan. A pan. When do we use a pan? For cooking food. For cooking. What is this? This is a pot. A pot. When do we use a pot? For cooking food. For cooking. When do we use a pot? For cooking food. For cooking. What is this? This is a spatula. A spatula. When do we use a spatula? For flipping food. For flipping food. What is this? This is a cutting board. A cutting board. When do we use a cutting board? When we cut vegetables and fruits for preparing food. What is this? This is a peeler. A peeler. When do we use a peeler? To peel fruits and vegetables for preparing food. What is this? This is a sponge. A sponge. When do we use a sponge? For washing dishes. To wash the dishes. What is this? This is dish soap. When do we use dish soap? For cleaning. We use a sponge and the dish soap for cleaning. Now, a fork, a spoon, a knife, chopsticks are for eating. A plate and a bowl are for holding your food. A mug, a glass are for drinking. A pan, a pot, and a spatula are for cooking food. A cutting board, a peeler are for preparing the food. A sponge and dish soap are for cleaning. We learned about kitchen items and when we use them. See you soon.